Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial. Today we are going to build a simple web application that redirect to another page after 10 seconds. So I'm going to show you what we are going to build. So we are going to the index.html. So basically there is a counter. It will count 10 seconds and after that it will redirect to another page just like you see on the screen. So this is what we are going to build. And to do that, we are going to use a Visual Studio Code and we are going to start coding right away. So let's open Visual Studio Code and I'm going to delete what I have here. I'm going to delete both files and we are going to start. First, we are going to create a file called index.html. And here we are going to create an empty HTML5 page. Okay. And that's the page. For example, we can set the title. We can change it to redirect, redirect, um, redirect example. Okay. Just to make it simple. And we are going to write the script that will help us redirect the page after 10 seconds. So to do that, we are going to use JavaScript. So we have this part that is the head, and here we have the body. So let's create a JavaScript. Let's add a JavaScript section. So we are going to use the tag script. Okay, script. And inside of it, we are going to define the JavaScript that we are going to need. So we need to count to 10. Okay, but we want to count from 10 to 0. So first we are going to need a counter. We can, let's say, let counter. Okay, and we set it to 10. Okay, and after that we need to write a function. Okay, that will update the counter. Okay, and after an amount of time we want to redirect to the page. So we have the counter, we define it. Now let's write a function. Okay, and this function we can call it this. We can call it uh, change counter. That could be the name. Okay, change counter, and here we can define the element that we are going to use because we need to pass the value that we have here. Okay, this value we need to pass it to an HTML element so that we can show the actual value. So let's write document that get element by ID, and we want to pass. What do we want to pass? We want to pass the counter. Okay, we are going to pass the counter. Okay, and we want to change the text that have the ID counter. Okay, for that we select that text content equal to, it's going to be the value of the counter. Okay, counter semicolon. Okay, and we are going to decrement the counter. To decrement the counter, we use the counter variable, and we say that we are going to decrement it. For that, we are going to use minus minus. This means that we are going to decrement the counter. Okay, and now I can say that if the counter, okay, is inferior to 0, what I want to do, I want to, we are going to use a function that is called clearInterval. So let's first see what the clearInterval does. So we see that the clearInterval is a method that cancels as a timed repeating action which was previously established by a call to setInterval. So we have to write a setInterval. So we are going to set an interval of 10 seconds, and after that we are going to use the clearInterval. Okay, so um, let's do that. Okay, let's go back to our uh, code. Okay, and we are going to continue. So we want to do an action while we are decrementing the counter, but to do that, we are going to use clearInterval. But before that, we should have uh, what is called setInterval. So we are going to set a timer, and we are going to set a value of this timer. So this timer is going to run for 10 seconds. So let's define the timer. So the timer is going to use this function that we defined here. So we're not going to write it inside of the functions, but it's going to be outside of the function. So let timer equal to set interval. So for this interval, we are going to run a function. So this function is going to be the change counter, and we are going to say that we are going to run that for 10 seconds. Okay, so it's going to be 10,000 millisecond. Okay, and what we are going to do is to update our change counter function every second. Okay, for 10 seconds. So we have it here. So now we can use a clearInterval. So clearInterval, and we pass it the timer. Okay, we pass it the timer. Okay, and what we want to do every time that we clear the timer, after 10 seconds, so we clear the timer. So if counter, while we are decrementing, okay, while we are decrementing, if we reach 0, okay, or if we reach less than 0, we want to do something. Okay, what we want to do, we want to do a redirect. So we want to go to another page. So window, okay, that location, window that location, that href, okay, and we are going to set the URL that we want to use. So it's going to be destination that HTML. Okay, so this page does not exist yet, so we are going to define it. Okay, we are going to define it, so that's cool. But before, so we have the code here, but remember that we did not define the counter yet. This element, this ID, the element with the ID counter. So we are going to the body, and we are going to define a p element. Okay, let's define a p element, and inside this p element we are going to write, okay, we are redirecting, after, okay, and we are going to pass, we are going to create a span, Okay, span. And inside that span, we are going to set the ID, and the name of the ID is counter. Okay, counter. Okay, so sorry, I did it wrong. I have to set it inside of the span ID. Okay, counter. Okay, and we are going to set 10 seconds. 10, and we write seconds. Seconds. But remember that this value is going to change. Okay, this value is going to change. So we are going to clear the interval. So this value, the value inside of the counter, the value of the element inside of the element with the ID counter is going to change. Okay, so that's it. So let's create the page, the destination page, destination.html, and let's create an HTML. Let's write a P tag, and say that you have redirected successfully. Okay, so that's going to be the message that the person is going to receive when they have been redirected to this page. So let's go back here, and one thing that we can add some bootstrap CSS, just to make it look good. So let's get some. Let's get the CSS link, CDN link, and add it to the header so that we can make it beautiful. Okay, let's do the same here. Okay, let's save it, and let's see if our code is running perfectly. So let's open in live server and see if it works. Okay, let's wait. Okay, it's not working. Let's see what's happened, and let's try to have it fix it. Okay, what is missing? Okay, let's see what we did wrong. That's really important to see what is not working on the code, and do it and make it work. So let's check. So we have the element, get the element by ID counter here. It's working. Text context is counter. Okay, perfect. So if counter, okay, we set the timer here. Okay, change counter. Let's see if it is written correctly. So let's try something. Let's try to declare the timer, outside of the, of the, let me see something here. Here. Let's try to, let's declare it first here. Okay. Let timer. Okay. Declare it here. And let's check. Refresh. Okay. The lock. Let's try again. So we found a mistake. So the problem is that, you know, set interval change counter instead of 10,000, it shouldn't be just 1,000. Okay. So let's save that and let's open with live server and let's see if it works. Yes, it seems to work. Okay. Let's wait if it redirect. Let's see. Perfect. It works. So that's it. Hope that you enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for watching.